Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Jonesium. Today we're going to be spraying my rims gloss black using SUPERWRAP today. If you've been following my channel, you probably remember the first video I did on my other Lexus with the plastidip, which actually turned out to be a really popular video. I ended up getting a new Lexus, new rims, and I want to do gloss black this time instead of just regular matte. And I know plastidip guy came out with a new spray, the hyper dip, that supposedly is glossy, whatever. I did a video on that, and go check that out to see what the results are compared to the SUPERWRAP. But I wanted the SUPERWRAP in particular because it gave a more gloss finish for myself. So pretty much this is the same type of deal with the plastidip. I use the index cards to cover the wheels or cover the tires because it's a lot quicker than using masking tape, and it works just as well. Just make sure you have full coverage with the index cards. And it's the same process. Just make sure your wheels are clean and dry as best as you can. I know it's kind of hard to get in where the lug nuts go. It's a little hard to get in there. Just try your best to try to clean it out. But the main surface of the rim, you definitely want to get clean and dry. And make sure you mask off your valve stem cover, and that's about it. So you start out with the light coat first, and then you do the heavy coats. Same thing as the plastidip application, and then about 10 minutes in between each coat, depending on the humidity and the temperature. Right now it's about 70 degrees outside, and the humidity is pretty low, so we should be good. And I'm in my garage, so you don't have to worry about any dust or wind or contaminants. Those are your main concerns, and pretty much just start spraying. I got this, of course, the can gun, which makes it a lot easier to apply the spray paint, and that's about it. So we're gonna start spraying. Do light coats on all of them, wait 10 minutes, and then do the heavy coats. So let's begin. All right guys, so remember light coats. So you're gonna do relatively quick passes and try to follow a pattern going from like maybe the outside in to the center. Make sure you get the side of the spokes. These wheels are a bit complex because of all the spokes. So it's going to take a little longer to do each wheel, but in any case, just make sure you get all the faces of the rim. That's all. And yeah, so let's start spraying. And remember, do a test spray. I've already done the test spray on a separate piece of like cardboard I had laying around. So we're going to get going with light passes. So let's go. 8 to 12 inches. This coat I kind of did a little bit too heavy, but it is what it is. Not a big deal. Alright guys, that's the first kind of light pass. And by light meaning you could still see the rim, the original color underneath. So with that being said, we wait 10 minutes and then we start the real, application procedure where we're putting on the real heavy coats. And yeah, so it should be exciting. Continue in 10 minutes. All right guys, so we're gonna start the heavy coats, and of course remember, between each coat you want to always shake the can for a little while, 30 seconds or a minute, and you want to do a test spray before you start spraying between each coat. Always do that so you avoid messing up all your hard work. So now we're just going to do the heavy coats, which are heavy overlapping passes. So you're going to overlap the previous pass every time you go through. So try to do a pattern, try to make sure you don't go over the same area twice. That's about it. And of course you want to stay 8 to 10 inches away. If you're too close, you're going to be in danger of kind of an uneven spray pattern, or unintentionally doing a very heavy coat because you're too close to the rim. And you don't want to go too slow, you don't want to go too fast. Just, you'll know. You can practice on a piece of cardboard or something, prior to doing this to get the hang of it, but it's pretty simple. All right, so let's get spraying. Looks like there might be a little bit of surface contamination on the edge of this rim right here. But we're not going to over apply the product. I'm just going to let it sit and do its thing. But as you can see, it's not rocket science. Pretty easy peasy. And so let's continue. So that's the first heavy coat, and looking pretty good, guys. What do you think? So now wait 10-15 minutes, proceed. All right guys, so basically the process is the same for the rest of the coats. Now I'm not going to say how many coats you're supposed to put on or how many coats there should be, but I do know that whatever cans come in your kit, if you buy the kit, I have 5 cans, so I have 18-inch tires, and you should be doing about 1 can per wheel. And so if you're not done, if you haven't used up all your cans, then you haven't put enough coats on there. So make sure you're using all your cans. They should all be empty by the time you're done, however long that takes. It's only about 10 minutes between each coat, so it's probably going to take you at least 2 hours probably to finish up the cans. But just make sure you're using up all the cans and you should be okay. That's all. So I'm not going to bore you with another hour of spraying or hour and a half of spraying. So when I'm done with all the coats, then we will take a look at the rims. All right guys, how the wheels look. And yes, I vinyl wrapped my car. myself. It was my first time wrapping it, and I'd say I did a pretty good job for my first time. It's a pretty difficult job trying to vinyl wrap. It took me like 12 hours. Actually, I don't even know. Probably took me a little more than that, like all together. But yeah, look at the wheels. You can see I messed up on a few parts of the wrap. You know, just little mistakes that you make when, you know, it's your first time wrapping. You're not really, and plus it was just me. So with that being said, the wheels came out crazy. Alright guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and there you have it, the Lex.